Welcome viewers to BIOLIMATECH. Today we shall only discuss how to write answers in physics exam so that you can get reasonably good marks. That's all. Let us start. To start the discussion, the first point is selection of the question, the right type of question. Always select questions which are definition based or ask statement of laws. Also prefer deduction based questions. They invariably fetch better marks than questions asking for description of, say, experiments, of constructional feature of apparatus and working principle of instruments, etc. Tagged with the definitions, select numerical problems if available rather than short questions. Normally avoid questions on structure of atoms. Next point is regarding the size of your answer. That is point number 2. Take note of how many marks are allotted and decide the size of the answer accordingly. Have mental thumb rules. For example, below 2 marks, no diagram. Above 3 marks, diagrams are must. If 3 marks or above is allotted for statement of definition of a parameter, include mathematical expressions and units of the parameters even if not specifically asked for. Against questions like define, say 1 marks, and explain 2 or 3 marks, say Young's modulus, never just write stress divided by strain. First define stress and strain and then introduce modulus of elasticity, giving the units and like that. So we come to the third point, diagrams and physical interpretation. Answer should be as mathematical as possible. How? Diagrams and physical interpretation for questions where 3 marks or above is allotted, besides definition and mathematical expressions, try to include a diagram and a short physical interpretation wherever applicable. Example, statement of Hooke's law, definition of Young's modulus, stress, strain and Poisson's ratio, carrying altogether say 4 or 5 marks. Here try to provide basic figure of a tensile member of cross section A and original length L subjected to tensile force P at both ends. Then show elongation delta L by chain dotted lines. Then define stress as sigma equals to P by A and strain epsilon as delta L by L. Subsequently introduce concept of modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus as y equals to sigma by epsilon. Don't try to jump to y directly. Likewise, for Poisson's ratio, first define lateral strain, then introduce lateral strain by longitudinal strain equals to Poisson's ratio. In the end, physically interpret the meaning of the equation y equals to sigma by epsilon, stating that y will equal sigma when epsilon in the denominator will become unity. That is the ratio of increase in length and original length will be 1. That is, the member will stretch to double its original length. Although at such high value of deformation, Hooke's law will no more hold good. However, in answers relative to optics, diagrams are mandatory, even if only 1 or 1.5 marks are allotted. For example, say, define critical angle in refraction. Here, the ray diagram with properly directed arrowheads, everything has to be shown, although only 1 mark or 1.5 marks will be allotted.